Good morning, students. Our today's session is communicable non-communicable disease, and we'll study about signs and symptoms of coronary heart disease. So, what is coronary artery disease? In coronary artery disease, a narrowing of coronary arteries that prevents adequate blood supply to the heart muscles is called coronary artery disease. Usually caused by arteriosclerosis, it may progress to the point where the heart muscle is damaged due to lack of blood supply. So such damage may result in infection, arthritis, and heart failure. And coronary artery disease is also known as coronary atherosclerosis, coronary heart disease. So what is coronary atherosclerosis? So it is an abnormal accumulation of lipid or fatty substances or fatty plaque in the lumen of coronary artery. So what is acute coronary syndrome, ACS? Acute coronary syndrome is a term used to define potential complications of CAD. This syndrome includes such as unstable angina and myocardial infarction. Okay. So what are the risk factors of coronary heart disease? So first is modifiable and second is non-modifiable. So what is modifiable? So in modifiable, there are many terms, that is high blood cholesterol level and cigarette smoking, tobacco use, and next is hypertension, diabetes mellitus, lack of estrogen in women, and physical activity and obesity. नॉन मॉडिफाइबल में है आपका फैमिली हिस्ट्री ऑफ सीएडी, इंक्रीजिंग एज, gender is male if gender is male, and race is non-white populations. So we'll discuss about pathophysiology. Due to etiology factors, there is injury to the endothelial cells that lining the arteries, and then inflammation in immune reactions, and then accumulation of lipid in the intima of artery walls. So next we'll discuss what are the signs and symptoms of coronary heart disease. So in this, there is a chest pain, that is angina pectoris, and then we can have myocardial infarction, diaphoresis, ECG changes, chest heaviness, dyspnea, and fatigue. And how can we diagnose this coronary heart disease? So in this history collection, physical examination we can do cardiac enzymes and electrocardiograms. By this we can detect the disease, and echocardiograms, stress test, and then nuclear imaging, and then last is angiography. So by all this we can diagnose this disease easily. And what is electrocardiogram, ECG or EKGs? It provides a record of heart electrical activity, and this simple test records by any abnormal findings in the heart electrical impulses. So electrodes are placed on the arms and chest to monitor electrical activity. So there are many ECG changes due to electrical activity. So we can show this on our monitor. Okay. So now what is echocardiograms? It is maybe ordered if doctor suspects a problem with the heart muscle or one of the valves that channel blood through the heart. So now what is we can stress tests. So they are used to show how the heart reacts to physical exertion. So exercise stress tests are usually performed on a treadmill or exercise bicycle. Okay. So now I will discuss about nuclear cardiac imaging. So in this involves the use of small amount of short-lived radioactive material which is injected into the bloodstream, and then a special camera detects the radioactivity of these materials, and the images displayed show how the heart pumps blood. Okay. And this is very useful in identifying any areas of abnormal motion or for accessing the blood supply to the heart muscles. Next is angiography. So by angiography is the most accurate means by which to examine the coronary arteries. Then it requires a surgical procedure called cardiac catheterization. During this procedure, catheters are placed in the artery of the leg of arms and then directed using an X-ray machine to opening of each of the coronary arteries. So there is many complications. What are they? These are chest pain like angina, heart attack. So they can have heart failure and abnormal heart rhythm. So how we manage this disease? What are the managements? Pharmacological therapy we have. In this anti-anginal medications like nitrates, beta-angiotensin blockers, and calcium channels blockers, ACE inhibitors, statins, and analgesics we can have. What are the surgical interventions? In this angioplasty, stents, coronary artery bypass grafting, and when have PTCA. Okay. So what are the lifestyle changes of the coronary artery disease patients? So there are lifestyle changes that may be useful in coronary disease include weight control, smoking cessation, exercise, and healthy diet. So next is what are the nursing management? In nursing management, gather information about patients, symptoms, and activities in PQRST format, and access patients' risk factor for CED, and assesses patients' families' understanding about diagnosis, and identify patients' and families' level of anxiety and use of appropriate coping machine. Okay, so what are the angina pectoris? In angina pectoris is a clinical syndrome usually characterized by paroxysm of pain or pressure of arterial lobe. This cause is usually insufficient blood flow. Okay. So next we will discuss about if you have any doubt, you can write your doubts in comment section. Okay. So what are the types of coronary heart disease? So there are two types. Type 1 is spontaneous myocardial infarction related to ischemia due to primary coronary events such as plaque, erosion, or rupture, fissuring, or dissection. And then type 2 is myocardial infarction secondary to ischemia due to either increased oxygen demand or decreased supply. So this example is coronary artery spasms, coronary embolism, anemia, arrhythmia, and hypertension and hypertension. Okay. And what are the etiology? Reduced blood flow in the coronary artery due to atherosclerosis, increased oxygen demand and decreased oxygen supply, and complete occlusion of artery by emboli or thrombus, sudden narrowing of coronary artery, vasospasms, and acute blood loss. And what are the risk factors in coronary? And that is obesity, sedentary lifestyle or lack of exercise, and psychological stress. So we'll discuss about the clinical features in this coronary artery disease. So in this, chest pain is the only part of body. It may move from chest to arms, shoulder, neck, teeth, jaw, belly, or area or to back. So the pain can be severe or mild. It feels like a tight band around the chest or bad indigestion. Thinking something heavy sitting on chair, squeezing or heavy pressure. The pain is usually lasts longer than 20 minutes. Just a medicine called nitroglycerin may not completely relieve the pain or a heart attack. Symptoms may also go away and come back. Then other symptoms of heart attack can include anxiety, cough, fainting, lightheadedness, dizziness, nausea or vomiting, shortness of breath, and sweating. So We already discussed the diagnostic test. Now I repeated it again. So in this, a doctor or nurse will perform a physical exam and listen your chest using a stethoscope. And the doctor may hear abnormal sound in lungs, a heart murmur or a abnormal sound, a fast, uneven pulse, or a blood pressure may be normal, high or low. So in electrograms, to look for the heart damage, and coronary angiography may be done right away or when if patient is more stable. Okay, so that's all about coronary heart disease. Okay, thank you so much.